All right. So, as I was saying, so I was reading a quote. I was on KC's. He was bringing up incarceration rates with race. Um, so I was pointing out that in the Nixon era, they made laws specifically to target minorities and against the war. So I was bringing up that the top Nixon aide, John O. Richmond, said, what you want to know what this is really all about. The Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies: the anti-war left and the black people. You understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black, but by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. So it's just kind of saying that laws, they can't really be taken too seriously. As far as like incarceration rates, we don't know the intentions behind the law. And there's also a thing with the private prison industry. You know, like there's it's basically like a for-profit business. So as far as like any kind of incarceration rates, this is kind of why I kind of flip out about that stuff. First, the good guy. What's up? Is chat broken? I don't know. There's like 20 people here. I think it's probably like a couple minutes until the notification hits. But Casey crashed out, bro.
Writes that for 2 years, as one of his eccentricities, he didn't open any of the letters that were sent to him and stuffed them away into wicker baskets. And it does make you wonder what would have happened if the Balfour Declaration, the letter had been one of those letters that he'd actually,
I walked in the room, 20 viewers to comments. Yeah, I think it takes a little while for the notification it goes out. Yeah, so he's been up for probably all night. I just kind of woke up. Well, actually, I didn't wake up. Oh, it's actually 9:30, so I've been up for about 2 hours, probably an hour and a half, something like that. I've been trying to talk, GG, but yeah, no, I'm just gonna ban a bunch of people. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, at first he kind of was just like, no, we don't need to read that. We don't need to read that. Then he just went on everything. I don't know. Like that was a crash out. I really don't understand people that think like that. They'll basically like any kind of supremacy kind of situation, saying like the Jews are bad. Like if the Jews are bad, then why are you so afraid they're taking over? You know, like if a certain race has like or a certain group of people you're implying has bad qualities or bad traits, you shouldn't worry about them taking over. Like that just means that you're actually saying that you can't compete. Been trying to talk. Oh, already read that. Easy in the job, but easy to trigger and press. Yeah, it wasn't even. That's the thing. I wasn't even trying to trigger him or anything like that. I was reading a quote. I was even being played about. I was like, no, just let me just read the quote. We can get into it. Maybe about it. He's like, I already know about it. I already read the quote. I was like, maybe someone didn't read the quote. It was the actual quote comes from. I think it was a finding. It was actually like it resurfaced in 2016. So obviously the quote was made during the Nixon administration, but the quote was uncovered in 2016. So like, all right, you're up to date on every single finding that's come out, but still, you know. But really, I was just reading a quote. There wasn't an intention to trigger. It was more like yeah, it was just kind of more saying like, all right, so are incarceration rates indicative of anything really? If the law is broken, no. That's kind of the point. Go look at his community posts. He says he has Cap's ancestors and process to show. We can actually read it. Hold up. Let me actually see. All right, let me see what it is. How long ago was the community post? Yo, this is kind of a crazy community post. Saying Christ is king, Jews worship Lucifer. The Jews will literally tell you I'm right, but it's anti-Semitic to talk about Bible verses. Soft and weak men who only look to the media for advice will always be confused. Recorded history will tell you who the Jews are. You don't need Jews on TV to lie to you. Why won't you read what Steph sent you? Um, I'm just kind of handling that discreetly. I'll just say that. I do see the question though. I'm still trying to figure out what actually is going on. It was a few hours ago. Oh, so is it like I mean the last community post? Yeah, I think it you took it down. Make a lot of the followers happy you can read the truth. Oh, you'd make a lot of your followers happy if you read the truth. Yeah, no. I'm still trying to like basically get a straight answer. Like I could read a bunch of the stuff, you know, but also I don't want the person to like I want to do that within permission of what they want so that they can tell me like the whole situation so I have an idea. So I could like read a bunch of stuff, you know, that has a bunch of like missing pieces to it. Um and then the person, because I read it, doesn't say anything more and doesn't fill in those missing pieces, then basically me and you and everyone's confused. So I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, uh but yeah. And it was actually a lot. So I kind of started reading it like today even.
Yeah, that's true, and that's White Sun. Just I think I don't know. This fucking laptop, dude, motherfucker. So you, mate, instead of fucking looking. You guys want to blame a white guy for everything, guys? Come on, get real, admin. Free fucking, the stop, and white.
I'm trying to find out where I was at.
What?
Hold up. He's a top Nixon aide.
I would love if he was my British government support. 4473. You can't look someone up, but it's the color of. But then you go up on this. That it was said.
Yeah, I wasn't up long. I tried to find.
White versus black victims of a crime. Hold on. Will you go in?
Yeah, so.
Some migrants to England. Meets a few people.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta actually. Yeah, I took it down. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you have a wrench. I just found that out. Whether me and Cap have always gotten along or not, he's in no way deserve the crap Jason was trying to say about him. Yeah, I didn't really hear too much about him. I just kind of woke up to Telly referring to something about Cap, like actually saying Cap actually did something violent. I mean, I haven't heard any of that, but I really don't know anything about Cap. So ask him to explain. He must have deleted it. Yeah, he's just kind of watching some guy that talks like years, some I don't know, some British guy, I don't even know. I'm not sure what it's about. Yeah. So this thing's been going on for 9 hours. Yeah, and actually, at a certain time, if you want me to let me know what I could relate to the public, let me know. As far as that other situation, because yeah, I mean, obviously, between all the sides, there is a lot of missing pieces to it. So ask him to. Yeah, I think we made actually, I kind of just wanted to kind of make that point that I was making before. Ooh. He got his feelings hurt by Cap making funny jokes. He resorted to racial slurs, like everything about race. Yeah, we got a lot of woos in chat. Well, actually, I'm not even sharing the link. What kind of fireside is this if I'm not sharing the link? Yeah. Does she want me to release it? Actually, it's not even Wolfpack. That's Steph. Well, actually, if she's in chat, maybe she is giving permission to read it. It's just a shit ton of. It's a lot. So I kind of wanted to get my head around it and then read, but yeah, it's a lot. But it's about she kind of gets into Papa Duke. Actually, should we read it? Should we read it? Yeah, everyone's passing the test. Epic crash out. All right, so it starts with I realize you were alive, but here is some info on just on Papa. This is how he would screw over catchers. So it goes on to saying, okay, so it's a chat log. That's a screenshot. Um, Milkman says good night. Papa Duke says good night. Mel says thank you, night. Then it goes on to Papa Duke saying, "Just talk to Tommy. Fuck Alex." And then he quotes "fuck Alex," and he is down for a jump on quick notice. I have no idea what that means. Then Steph says, "Nice. I figured he would be, well, quick for a jump." Like my only understanding of what that could mean is like when your car needs to jump. I don't know. There's like a crazy loud truck in front of me. Mel, yeah, I figured he'd be all over that. Steph, and then Papa Duke, Steph got timed out. Okay, so that's like the first dialogue. This is what he would do. He would almost stalk what Alex was doing. Would have OPP or Tommy jump if he got wind. This is a convo about Bill. Yo, what is outside? About Bill gangbang. He hates Bill gangbang. Papa Duke. Trying to find out if Bill took another one and sent it to Tommy for a catch tomorrow. If so, my question is this guy that SJ helped look for yesterday the same guy I've been working on? And Steph says, but if it's for Tommy anyways, I'm confused. Papa Duke, this was sent to you to find a group. Bill hasn't said a single word about looking at it, whereas I have spent several hours, just got confirmation that it's Tommy doing the catch tomorrow. Then Steph says, I'm just confused on why you were looking into it and posting it in the group. If he is in Colorado, then of course it would be Tommy. I'm just confused why it's bothering you. Either way, it's Tommy. Every time you hope this group, it ends never where you were happy. Papa Duke says, they were handing it off, asking for a group. Okay, honestly, I'll just say I don't know what this means. A CL group to pass it on. Bill has never said anything about handling it until I just learned that it is set up for tomorrow. Then say something in the group, but remember, keep your digging to yourself, especially if you know it's for this group. Don't pass on what you have on the dude. For sure, just par for the course. This group has burnt you so many times. So I guess it's something about a catch. Funny how Bill comes in and ignores what JM said, just sends her emoji. Then Papa Duke says, just so everybody's aware, Bill is working with Alex. Bill GB. Fuck that. Yep. How do you know this? Like a decoy. Papa Duke says, he just put it in UK decoy chat and the new Blue Sky app that Alex has been catching a lot of Preds with lately. What even is Blue Sky? I sure as hell don't talk to his backstabbing ass. After everything in the UK group, well, I'm not Shocked, he's working with Alex. Birds of a feather. No kidding. Um, this is a text from Papa to me. Papa rage quit and left WAP because I refused to get rid of Bill Gangbang. What the hell happened? Why are you leaving? Ducking done with being disrespectful, Ted, and you know Bill fucked me over twice, but it is okay for him to be around, so I am done and out. I'll kick him out. What did he do now? No worries, I am gone. Papa, there is no point of me being alive. Fuck everything on she B-Day. It's also the birthday of another close family member, so I get that. I've told you for months now that he is actively trying to do me to Alex, ducking me over with anybody he can. And but he was kept around and now raised roles. Um and we just like to have to worry about him in my own home area every day. I just can't do it. This is not what I am spending my last bit of time doing. There's a lot of typos. It's just hard to. I've told you, but you just don't listen or whatever. So I have to protect me and take care of and protect myself. This is what he did. If we didn't do what he wanted, now second time he rage quit. When I did a pred call and he wasn't around to hear it, and I didn't wait. So he rage quit and left. Yeah, so this is just what Steph sent. So I think she was in chat. She wanted it read. So that's what I'm assuming. I kind of like. There's really so much stuff I haven't even pieced together. Like really, what to make out of this. Yeah, this is another screenshot. No, my first live with PHI, he said I knew her cancer was fake. When she said she uses Symbicort as a rescue. It's not a rescue. Well, here is an actual doctor order showing that yes, I don't know what that is. Just perhaps my lungs are a bit worse. That for me, it's a rescue, as I have a different condition. Sorry, let me. It literally says sorry. Let me dr the dr info so it doesn't get doxxed. Yeah, so it's just health stuff. I don't know. That's just health stuff. Oh, doctor the info. Now, Papa made a statement about the WAP NDA. He made a huge joke about this, and about this. However, it wasn't me who even suggested doing that. So there's something about an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So Papa Duke said we need to draft an NDA and then lock shit up. Then Steph said yes. ChatGPT mention in VC. Well, I'm not there. How? Say James, did Steph talk to you about the lawyer she is wanting to do? She is wanting to. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really getting into the health stuff. I'm more about the swatting issue. Got it done. He's waiting to hear if you got the money. We are going to hell for lying so well. I'll save everyone a seat. And then it's proof Tom B was involved in everything we did as WAP, not Tommy. never knew anything. Yeah, so they just show a chat log of the NDA. Yeah, the very same NDA that Papa says I used for Prim. Here's a chat message from Prim and Papa where Papa threatened her. So you do not have permission to use any of WAP or my pictures on the WAP decoy page. You logged us out of. You have signed an NDA and it will be enforced legally and criminally. This also includes all Preds we have been chatting with on that page. I recommend you unlock WAP property and hand the decoy page back to WAP, as well as cease and desist your futile attempts to grab WAP property. When that account was changed over to Lily, you verbally stated and acknowledged that account is WAP and therefore relinquished any claims you now think you have. Then the person says, I will unlock it and you will need to change the email address as the email's linked to me and trust I don't steal pictures. So that's between Prim and Papa. Last thing, Papa made a statement on how much he loved SJ, but yet this is what he said about her behind her back. Hey, bro, this is Papa Duke. I am only texting you because of the dire situation in which Steph messaged. They cannot allow such behaviors from SJ, and an intervention is needed immediately to discourage such hateful conduct in the future. Meetings shall be set shall be set ASAP. Yeah, it's just really weird. It's like kind of pretending to be like really predator catchers are not legal entities. Like it's just yeah, it's bizarre. I would have to show my Discord. Hold on. Oh, do I have Discord on my computer though? Yeah, honestly, I'm just not really too prepared to, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm not too prepared. Like I was just kind of going live about other stuff. I can try to see what I can get set up. See, I don't have the Discord app on my computer. Okay, I actually have to download it. All right. It's installing. Well, I guess I guess we're just gonna put it out. All right. So I have to really get Discord kind of set up on my computer though, because I don't have Discord even on my computer. All right, so okay, so I think I finally have it. All right, one sec, hold on. I think I'm having trouble logging in. Um, so yeah, just something I could do is I think at a better time I'm just going to read everything. So yeah, I'm just kind of having a little bit of technical issues. I've always used Discord on my phone, so but I have it another way. I could probably read it, but I am going to at some point um do a reading on it. Yeah, I mean I've asked to do that. I've asked to do that. Yeah, I mean I just wasn't prepared to get Discord set up and everything like that. So yeah, actually one of the things I said was like I said something like what happened exactly, then she said a couple stuff. I said okay, then she said a lot of stuff. Then I said, yeah, this is kind of confusing to be honest. If there's a good time we could hop on a call and discuss this. So I did am trying to figure out what's going on. Um but I could even read the screenshots and I'll show it and everything. You know, when I can get Discord set up on my computer. But yeah, yeah, I don't really think I don't think doxing's the answer. Yeah, I mean, I think and if you are tied to something, you should try to recuse yourself. That's really it. Yeah, and as far as the Slack, I think I'm like I've mostly just kind of heard drama type stuff out of there. Like I haven't really seen much of that. So, but still, I think it's kind of an unhealthy thing if you're like constantly, you know, uh, like talking and sharing about drama, like this live, that live. It's just and I guess there was whatever happened went on that server. But well, not server Slack, but yeah, mainly it was just kind of talking about stuff. That's what I remember. That's why I was kind of surprised, like, and I answered that way. Yeah, because like I mean, the way I kind of would think of it is there's kind of like some pictures of like someone that looks like someone, like I think there was a picture of like a guy who looked like Vic, but he was like in a tree taking a picture or something, and that was kind of used. I think that's like a thing. All right, you know, like let's say you find like some stock image of someone that resembles like a real person, and just using that in some kind of way. So in that situation, they had I think it was based on the picture, which I don't know anything about the picture. So I just kind of thought like, oh, they found some kind of account, and maybe it's that person. That was the way I saw it. So I just kind of focused on one detail, and I kind of have like tunnel vision with that. Um, so I just kind of focused on like the one detail, and then I think it was about age, and yeah, got into it about that. Vic did hide in trees though. He's a weirdo. Drop the Jeffrey Sepstein files. Yeah, well, yeah, I just gotta find a way to really do that in a good way. So I'm actually gonna do that probably, yeah, on my next live. I can do that because I just am not set up right now like that. So I just gotta prepare a little. That's really it. Because yeah, I haven't even like sorted. The thing is like I just haven't like really sorted through a lot of it even myself. But yeah, but I can't even get Discord to work on my computer for now. Along with the Roswell papers, yeah, we're dropping everything. We're dropping the Epstein files. This is where all the leaks will happen. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Warbot. Is he still around? I hadn't subbed a long time ago. It was amusing. Like I can hate watch, you know, um, to just see this dude rage, like and make rage posts. Like I would actually subscribe to him and watch that for that reason. Like some people, like when they're cringing out, it's actually good content. Like hate to say it, even if it's like hate watching, if you like hate the person's guts, like sometimes you're just gonna want to watch, like because it's cringe, you know. So like it's like you saw some dude like crash a note about some bullshit every day, you know. Still makes a good show. No, no, I said exactly what I believe to be true and what I knew. That's really what happened. Yeah, like at the time, yeah, at the time that happened, I kind of remember there was like some kind of conversation about age when I really thought of it, and then actually during the live, I had to type it in, and then like if you type in the search bar like you know Missy, then you can find it. But yeah, that's what it was. I didn't have any participation. I never doxed anyone. I mean, as far as I think probably the only people I've doxed were like, I think maybe like a super long time ago, and it was about Rami about something stupid. But all the other shit is just like guilty by association type shit, which in the Slack, it kind of would give you like a good up to date of like the latest drama going on, which it was a good read, but there was that certain post. And yeah, and as far as like there's certain people that have just kind of like lied about so many things. As far as like the Boyser and TBS, I'm just not gonna respond to anything about TBS because he's not answering to any of like if you guys care about lies, like I just don't believe you guys care about lies. You know, um, because TBS lies all the time. Like he'll say you went along with the saying um I dox children, right? But he every time I bring it up that he made a video implying that I was raising money for the California trip when I was when if you actually watched the live, I was putting on alert that I was broke and then I led into plugging a fake cash app. Money isn't the only way to support. He made a video making it sound like he clipped like saying, "You guys don't know about my finances," which is really true. That's another thing. And he played, and then he skipped to playing that stream, which was when I was lerping is broke, and I then plugged a fake cash app and really just said that I wanted people to share what was going on and get the word out. And I don't want anyone's money. So that's the actual stream. And he's never retracted it. So he's accused me of so many things. He's made so many baseless claims. He said out of nowhere this weird thing about like I quit my job to be a full-time catcher, uh, without any backup plan, and then he just called it trolling without an opinion. To an extent, I just kind of wonder, like, if we're talking about lies, where does it begin and where does it end? You know, like so it's kind of like so I'm not really willing to have a dishonest conversation with someone. So if it's TBS, I don't want to panel up. Like all he's gonna do is he'll apply this disingenuous. He'll make this disingenuous try to make this disingenuous gotcha moment or whatever, and then just make a video out of it. And that's what he does. He just and then he'll say like if you respond to me, that's wrong with you. So I'm not gonna respond to him. I don't want to panel up with them. I don't want to discuss anything with them. I'll discuss something with an honest person. But it's like this guy's lying to your face all the time. Like I can think of like for every like one thing you said I kind of went along with or whatever, that wasn't based in proof or whatever, about like something about Nunya or whatever, like he'll make 20 blatant baseless shit about me. So, you know, like I could go on and on and on and on, but it's like bro's a weirdo. He'll make like 2-hour videos. It's just like, and it's all bullshit. And it's like you guys believe that. So it's my level of respect, like for like the community or whatever. It went way down. Like it was higher before it mattered what was true. Before, you know, like people couldn't be swindled that easily. Like they would, like if they deliberately weren't answering to something, they would actually be like, "How would why are you answering to it?" Not like it's not about this, it's not about that, and that's what happened every single time I tried to um bring up something TBS did that was baseless. So spare me. Like it's like you get like you can't care about lies and then make TBS immune. So yeah, and I mean here's kind of the thing. There's actually something Neil deGrasse Tyson said, um, and it just kind of makes a lot of sense where debates don't necessarily prove who's right. I think debates can show like how well you can make your case to an audience, but that doesn't mean you're right. And if there's kind of like if like you kind of just say something like like really confidently, like you just have like this narcissistic sociopathic part of you that just doesn't that doesn't at all tremble like when you're just lying, you know um you can sound very well to an audience and be like, oh, that guy must be true or whatever. But then you actually verify what's actually true in the facts. And that entire audience is getting swindled, just not based on what you say and what's true, but how you're saying it. So I just thought, I just thought a little higher of, the community than that. That it wouldn't matter like how you're saying it. It matters what you're saying and what's actually true. So I'm not willing to have a non-honest conversation. That's really what it is. Yeah, there'll be no doxing in the MVCat Discord. And I mean, if there is a dox, I'll have to delete it. Like kind of like how it probably would go with me is like as far as like maybe I can predict this too because I made the Discord open for everyone. Like this is kind of like the stuff. This is like a typical like Ryan scandal, like a fake Ryan scandal. It's like someone could probably dox bomb my Discord server, and then I'll just be like maybe asleep because I went to sleep early or whatever, and or something, some kind of like argument will be made that you could have stopped the dox or whatever, and then I eventually get around to deleting it, and then they'll just say that for that entire time you let that person get doxxed, and all of a sudden MVCat Discord will be a doxing server. I guarantee. I'll just call the shit out that will happen. You know, that's kind of how it is. But it's like as far as like anything I actively did, like I don't dig on people. I don't care about people in the community to like put information out on that. I just don't care. Like you know, yeah. And I mean, for that, I thought it was more like tech that was involved. But now it's just like everyone's kind of contradicting each other on that thing. So I was just kind of really unprepared to read it. Like that's kind of what I said. Like I could literally read the screenshots like one on my phone. You know, to you know to chat. But it's not going to go well. It's not going to be a good delivery. Um, yeah. If I don't know if anyone has anything more to say. Looks like Chat's just kind of on its own. Yeah, but the fact is, I don't even have like a clear understanding of what even happened. There's like a bunch of missing pieces and contradictions. So, I don't feel like I'm prepared to say what actually happened just because, maybe at a certain point I will, like, as far as if I'm like actually like I've gathered all the information and now I know what happened, but it's just still kind of in pieces for now. But yeah, I don't want this live to be too long. I think I'm gonna end it. No, that's exactly it. So I've seen things from Papa Duke. I've seen things from Steph. So I'm trying to like that's why it's that much more harder, whatever it is, like who's telling the truth, to piece together what actually happened, But yeah. But yeah, I'm actually ending the stream. And definitely join the MVCap Discord. It has about 40 people. It's definitely growing. Trying to get up to 50. So kind of 50 is a goal. Let me actually check how much people are in. I think it's this is the original count. Oh, I think we're at we're at 41. Wait, actually I did say I was ending it, but I'm reading a chat. The one you caved to the other day? I caved? Has not called out Warbot, Vic, and admitted to sending nudes. And admitted sending nudes to of herself. No, I mean, my thing is, I don't think it even had to do with Missy. It was just, there was a finding of what ended up being put out. And, I really thought about it and I made a decision. That's really what it is. And I think that Slack's bad for everyone, even the people in Slack. It's, just even be focused on, like that, like internet drama that much. That's just not a healthy thing to do.